I greet everybody in the house.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. All right, let's play the video. Let's have the video, please.
Imagine a world where your mind is your greatest ally. Welcome to the Mind Surgery Revolution by the Global Clusters. This movement is all about transforming your inner world, building mental resilience, cultivating mindfulness, and overcoming the barriers within. At Global Clusters, we believe in the power of introspection and self-awareness to heal, elevate, and empower. Through emotional intelligence and cognitive growth, we can unlock our full potential and face life's challenges with clarity and strength. Think about it. Leaders today are overwhelmed by expanding expectations and digital distractions. But by prioritizing core values and focusing on what truly drives us, we can navigate this complex world with ease. The history of neurosurgery, with pioneers like Harvey Cushing, shows us the incredible advancements in understanding our brains. Similarly, the Mind Surgery Revolution invites you to revolutionize your mindset, just as brain surgery has revolutionized treatment. Even cutting-edge brain-computer interfaces are showing us the limitless potential of the brain's plasticity. But it's not just about technology. Holistic health approaches, like those from Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, emphasize the crucial connection between mind and body. Transform your mind, and you'll transform your world. Be part of the Mind Surgery Revolution by joining us at theglobalclusters.org. Stay tuned for updates, events, and tools to elevate your mental resilience and well-being. Every meeting matters. Don't miss your chance to grow with us.
Every meeting matters. Don't hesitate your time to grow with us. It is Mind Surgery Revolution of the Global Clusters. I want to say excellent day to you all from everywhere you're listening to me from. This is Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus, the Global President of the Global Clusters worldwide. It's Mind Surgery Revolution, and today we're going to be having our guest speaker. He is a baby boomer. He's a Nigerian, an American, and he's going to be telling us, because I was with him yesterday and he was telling me the story. It was my surgery for me. And you know, anything I enjoy, I love all clusterians to enjoy it at the same time. And that is why I will be bringing him. But he's trying to update his own Zoom so that I can join. I've spoken to him. But before he comes in, I want a 5-minute speech from the 001 Mind Surgery Revolution herself, because we're having some new members. You just need to give them a recap of what this Mind Surgery is all about. The 001, that is in the person of Ambassador Dr. Michelle Uko. Please speak to us in the next 5 minutes, pending the time our guest speaker come on board. Over to you, ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
Excellent
My
morning to you,
name
ma'am.
is Dr.
Good morning.
Ambassador Michelle Jacqueline Baycoat Uko. For all the newcomers, Mind Surgery was created for you so that you would take control of your own destiny. Each one of us as a human being has a certain definition of what the young generation talk about. You say you're branding yourself. For those of us who are baby boomers, we simply say it is ourself. Each human being, I'm going to use your terminology, has their own brand. Each one of us have our own mind. What a lot of people may not be aware of is your mind is your intellectual property. You own yourself, you own your mind, and you are hopefully learning that education is empowerment. For those of you who have been trained both here and abroad, many people talk about it as mindset. Some have reached the stage where they understand the importance of doing affirmations every day. If you don't understand what an affirmation is, for the young people, you might want to Google. For the elders, you might want to refer to the dictionary. Meditation is also an investment. And with many people of various backgrounds, whether you're Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, Christians, and the list goes on, you understand the impact of prayer. Having said that, you are supposed to make a daily investment into you because you are your investment. Many people, for whatever reason, do not know how to make an investment to improve their own intellectual property. We made a decision, the co-founder, me being one, and the founder, Ambassador Dr. Kunli Batmas, knew that it is very important for us to even move ahead as human beings to be more pronounced and effective in our daily lives, in our family lives, in our community, in our nation, and in the world. The most important is this investment, this session that we deemed and called mind surgery, that we know it's important that we have to do an operation on ourselves first. We must change our mindset. Many of us are at different levels spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, psychologically, and financially. And we need to look at every aspect, but we cannot move forward without first investing in our mind and understanding how to define ourselves and move forward. It is essentially important for today's world in order to navigate. Whether you are developing or working online or offline, you must take control of your mind. You must look at your weaknesses and your strength. You must, if you have to do an operation, if you have a negative thought, you need a surgery. If your negative thought, let's say for an example, is, oh, wow, I don't have any money in my account. I don't have an account. I don't even know where to bank. I'm frustrated. I don't have a car. I don't have money. I don't have a education that I'm proud of. I'm not quite sure, because we're all different, what is going on in your mind. But I can assure you, in my age group, where my next significant birthday, I'll be 70, 2 years from now, that without understanding the importance of mind surgery, there is no way that I could be who I am today. I am the fourth generation removed of 400 years of slavery. And we started by reading Up from Slavery by Booker T. Washington. And we had to learn, that is we, 42 million African Americans, the importance of changing our mindsets, developing mind surgery. We had nothing but our body and our minds when we were released in a strange land where we worked for free for 400 years. And look at what we've been able to accomplish and produce today. We have presidents among us. We have billionaires among us. We have doctors and lawyers and entertainers and all kinds of gifted people and surgeons and inventors, more than you can fathom. All you need to do is Google about my people. Yes, I'm married to a Nigerian, but I am proudly an African American product. So in heaven, talk to you again about the importance of mind surgery. I am hoping by the end of this year, you have done everything necessary to move yourself from one level to the next. Whether or not at this time you don't have a car, I'm hoping that through mind surgery, you'll be able to invest in yourself to the point where you know the steps to get a car. If you are homeless, because this happens a lot to my people in America as well, by the end of the year, you have some type of dwelling that you're proud of. If there's no money in your account, then hopefully you will, through mind surgery, understand the necessary steps to have the money in your account. If you haven't completed or started your education by the end of this year, December the 31st, 2025, you will have started, whether it's online and off. If you have not been a productive person in your own family, then hopefully you will learn how to be a productive and effective family member, because it starts with you and your family later into the community. If you don't have a job, hopefully by the time you've taken 3 or 4 of these sessions, you will have a job. If you started or you want a more successful business, you don't have one, you would have used the mind surgery sessions to understand the steps and becoming a business commodity. Having said that, I hope and also I meditate and I pray. Then I affirm that everyone that is listening, that every clusterian by December 31, 2025, you will have your own success stories of how the mind surgery session, as well as everything about the global platform, which, by the way, the founder, Dr. Kunle Ambassador Batmas, has put all of his heart, soul, and grit to give you the type of accessibility to move you from point A to point B. Having said this, I want everyone here listening to understand my mother made it so simple when she said, all you need at this point, after you keep doing your operation, is God and grit. GRIT. I'm saying simply GOD and GRIT. God and grit, the double G's. I'm hoping that everyone listening will have a very productive day. Understand we're in a new week and today is April the 8th. You still have time to meet all of your own objectives. You still have time to do your daily operations. Thank you, Dr. Botmas.
Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. That is the voice of the zero zero 001 Mind Surgery Revolution of the Global Cluster worldwide. And that is Ambassador Dr. Michelle Uko's voice. While she was talking, there was a grand entrance of our guest speaker today, and that is Chief Lateef Sholibo. And Chief Lateef Sholibo, your guest speaker today is mind surgery, and the whole world is listening to you. We want to learn. We're identifying individuals that they have their rough background, and today they were able to scale up and live comfortably. And most of the time, the news we get on the social media is that people are there, and it's only bad news that we get most of the time from social media, because the media believe bad news is a good news. But we in the global cluster believe otherwise. We believe the good news is actually a good news. And we need to learn. All of our youth needs to learn that people actually walk themselves through the right morals, through determination, and through all of these things. In the next 10, 15 to 20 minutes, we want to hear your story. How did you start? How were you able to scale up? What were your challenges? Because the whole clusterian, both clusterian and non-clusterian, are listening to you and want to learn from you. And you will introduce yourself. If you see this man, when we were in Turkey, some people thought he is 45 years old. Whereas he's more than he has spent more than 7 decades on earth. And let's have Chief Lateef Sholibo. Over to you, sir. Unmute yourself and talk to us I've asked you to unmute. Just click to unmute. We can't hear you now. Hello, sir. Chief Latif, kindly unmute yourself, sir. I've sent you a request to unmute yourself, sir. Hello. Chief Latif. I've sent you a request to unmute.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. Thank you, sir. You're welcome,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, sir. We can hear you.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. We can hear you.
Thank you. My name is Latif Sholebo. I am a 72-year-old man, retired city planner. I worked for City of Los Angeles for 27 years. After I retired, I was invited by Lagos State government to manage the agency called Urban Renewal Agency, which we called Community Redevelopment Agency in America. So let me tell you a little bit of my background. I believe you are all hearing me, Abby.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We
sir.
can hear
Very
you,
clear.
sir.
Very
Okay.
clear. Sharp. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I view myself as a philosopher because I grew up with a mindset that what your mind can conceive, it can always achieve. So I listened to my parents, my neighbors, the elders in the community while growing up. So all these things and the sayings from all these people really develop my subconscious mind, and I have a lot of belief in myself. You see, when I went to America, let me go back a little bit. You see, I lost my father when I was just 9 years old. And I came from a polygamous house. 5 wives, 17 children. Father died at the age of 46. So you can imagine back in the 60s, when my father died, most of the women are not industrious as today. So when my father died, all our mothers now are left with their children to raise. But I remember my mother always tell me, don't take women in your life at early age. Focus your life on education. And they will show you example of Mr. So and so, see how he's able to achieve this and these days. So all these things develop my subconscious mind, and I strongly believe it is true that whatever your mind can conceive, it can always achieve. So when I went to America with about $500 because when I finished my high school, I was working for Lagos State Ministry of Internal Revenue Division for about 2 years. And I was able to save up to like $500, which I took with me when I went to America. So when I went to America, I was able to pay my first semester tuition with that $500 plus a little money that was added by my cousin who I met there in America. But immediately I went to work. I was distributing newspaper in the morning between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. I distribute newspaper, and then subsequently I will go to class. And when I finish class, I will go to one of the biggest restaurants in Madison at that time. I think it's a Concourse Hotel restaurant. I was a dishwasher. I was washing dishes. And in between the dishes, I will be able to do my homework, right? So I go to class, I schedule, I don't know, some of you must have been in America before. The way you go to school in America, they give you full-time student to have up to 12 credit hours. However, if you are smart enough and they see that you can carry up to 18 hours maximum, then they will allow you, but you have to get a special permit to do that, right? So when I understand the system and I say, wow, I paid the same amount of money for 12 credit hours for 18 credit hours. I'm going to take 18. I was determined because when you do that, it makes you graduate faster and you save a lot of money. And I don't have a lot of money. So I was able to cover my BS within, it was even less than 3 years. I was able to do that. But I was working full time and going to school full time. And then when I graduated, my confidence level was so boosted that I just believe I can achieve anything. And luckily enough, once I finished my first degree, I received a letter from Lagos State government. They gave me a bursary award. So I went to school to claim it. And immediately I got a job with Truck Stop of America as one of the management personnel. They were going to send me to California for training. But I look at the money in my hand and I say, you know what? I want to get my master's degree. So I quit. The manager was upset with me. He said, oh, Lateef, you are leaving something that is great for you. We have planned for you. But my mind was determined because I considered the bachelor's degree as a smaller degree. I said, at least I want to go to PhD level. So that's how I started my graduate school, with the money sent to me by Lagos State bursary award. So when I finished my master's, one of my friends, my family friend's daughter, who was living in California, called me and said, why don't you come to California? I think this is a better place. You can get a better job, blah, 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 blah. Because when I was in Oklahoma, when I finished my master's at the University of Oklahoma, my head of the department was trying to get me a job with the city department, with the city planning department in Oklahoma City. But as you know, there's discrimination in the South. So the head of the department had to call my head of department and said, well, we don't want those people in our city here. We'll send somebody else. So when he told me that situation, I was so depressed. And I said, wow, this will have been a great opportunity for me. So I just relaxed about it eventually. But when I got a call from this lady from California who told me to come, I went. I went with the hope of, let me go see what California looks like. So I went with just one bag. But believe me, I never returned to Oklahoma after that. Because I got to to Los Angeles on a Thursday afternoon. By Friday, she took me to one of her friends who has an employment agency. They gave me a job there, which was not in my field anyway, but it was in accounting. But I have a little bit of background in accounting. So I started doing that for some time. And to enter the city of Los Angeles as a staff is one of the most competitive job you can think of. Everybody wants to work for the city because the city pays very well, better than even private sector. And the retirement package is the best in the country. And I look myself, wow, if only I'll be able to work for this kind of city, my life is sealed with greatness. I conceived this in my mind. I start visualizing, you know, and the thought came to my mind one day, why don't you go in there, even with this job, volunteer to come and work to get an experience? And that's exactly what I did. I walked in there. I spoke to one city planning officer, Mr. Blossom, and he said, great. Oh, you have a master's degree. Oh, wow. Wow. She said, okay, let me take you to the mayor's office. He took me to the mayor's office, and the mayor directed someone to take me to the volunteer center office. They took my application, and then they registered me in. So I told them, I said, look, I have no other source of income. I have a job right now, and I want to be able to come in at different times when I could. So this poses a challenge for me because the job I have at the moment in accounting was Monday through Friday from 8 in the morning till 4. So I make an arrangement with one of the supervisor, and I said, well, can you at least give me 2 days off for a while because I want to take some classes. Fortunately, they agree with me. So I go to my regular job in accounting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then I go to the city Tuesdays and Thursdays to volunteer. I learned so much. And one of the things that I learned very fast has to do with what they call CEQA, California Environmental Quality Act. Some of you might know that California have the most stringent environmental law in the whole of America, probably in the whole of the world, just because California is so polluted at one time. So they came up with all series of environmental laws, and all the development impact of any project must be environmentally assessed before it can go somewhere. And this I did not know anything about before. So I started learning that, and I saw how it's related to planning. because most development projects, even in Nigeria today, they are trying to do it, but they haven't been able to do it in detail. Every development in any area has some kind of environmental impact in that area. So I start volunteering, learn these things, learn all the system of the city, how they process permits, how they do the line use, distribution, transportation, everything. So I discovered that when my mind told me to do this thing, I follow it. And it gives me a tremendous opportunity to be able to gain employment. Because when the positions opened, they only had about 7 positions opened. And guess how many people came to take the exam? Over 2,000 people. Because you have to take the exam first. You go to Hollywood High School, you take 4 hours exam. Subsequently, they eliminate some people. After that, then you go for interview. The interview is nothing but ranking. They will rank all of you according to your score. And then subsequently, then you will go for what they call certification interview. And that is when they will actually pick. So I was able to make the first round, passing the exam. Then I went for the interview. I was able to make the list of 40 people. See, they shrink us from over 2,000 people now to 40 people. And what gave me the advantage was the inside information, because I have learned so much when I volunteer. If I had not done that, I wouldn't get that opportunity. So what I did was, when I went for the certification interview, of course, some of the people on that interview were 2 people from the city and 1 person from outside of the city, from another city. So every question they asked me, I was accurate on my answer, because I was doing the job while other people who are not inside were unable to do the same thing. I even remember one time they allowed me to make presentation before the planning commission. And you can imagine that, I don't know if any of you is familiar with the city of Los Angeles. The city hall is massive. You will be facing, I don't know how many cameras, and the light will be focused on you. And you will see all these great professionals, a lot of lawyers, engineers, architects, politicians. So I remember when they gave me an assignment to do some research in the city, which I did. And then I submitted it to the person that assigned the case to me. And then out of the blue, they came up in a meeting and said, oh, we should let Latif present the case. I mean, the research to the commission. You can imagine my heart was jumping out of my chest. Say, wow, me going to before the commission and present this with all the cameras, newsmen, everybody is there. My heart was pounding. But you know what? I relaxed myself. And I said, well, this will be a great opportunity for me if I do very well. And if I do bad, then it means that the whole thing is going to collapse. So it was a situation of life and death for me. But God's so good. I was a very, very good annotated writer. So I drafted my point. I can connect the sentence when I see the bullets that I put down on my paper. And that is how I make my presentation. And it was like, wow, that guy intern did very well before the commission. Wow, this, and that. So that boosted my confidence when I went for my certification interview with the planning department. And that is how I got the job. The first 4 people that were hired, I was one of them. And that is how I get my break in life. Because at that time, I mean, the city pays so much that you are just like on the top of within the 10% of highest paid people in America at that time. So within 11 months, I was able to buy a house. Because, you know, the background we have in Nigeria, we are so conservative in our approach to life that I never go beyond my boundary. I save every penny I could. I didn't get big cars, you know, like all my mates, they were driving Mercedes, they were driving BMW, I got a Ford. And I was happy, I feel satisfied. And then instead of going to rent one of these expensive apartments, I just rent a room from a couple. Because I was single at that time, I wasn't married. So I saw the money rising in my savings, and I was able to buy my first house within 11 months. And that house I still own today. So you see, in life, a lot of things depends on you and how you make your decision. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses because it doesn't work. Unless you feel that that's what you want, then you do it. But what I want and conceive in my mind, I did it. And then I start thinking about income property subsequently. And I say, wow, you know, I can do that too. I have my garage in my first house, which was converted into a recreation room by the original owner. And it was done with permit. It gave me opportunity when I decide to save more. I move in the back of my house and rent my front house out. So the tenant was paying the mortgage. I don't have any mortgage. The only thing I paid was utility, gas, and electricity, which I share with my tenants. So I was able to save tremendously. Not too long, it was one of my friends that just came to me. His name is Bill, and he just said, hey, Latif, there is a house in Culver City that they want to sell. It's 4 unit, 4 flat apartments. And I said, wow, 4 flat, I can't buy it by myself. That's too expensive. He said, no, it's reasonable. And I said, how much is it? He said, 261. I said, wow, 261. How much do I need to pay down? Well, if you live in it, they will allow you to pay minimum down of 3%. If you don't live in it, then you have to pay between 20 to 30% down. And then I had a friend that time. His name is Vernon. May his soul rest in peace. He died now. He was a vice president of Home Savings, which is now, I think they call them, I will remember the name, but he used to be Home Savings. He was senior vice president at the bank. And I say, hey, Vernon, maybe we can team up and buy this property. You take 2 units and I take 2 units. And he said, oh, yeah, that's fine, because he doesn't have a house yet. Then we team up and we bought the place. It only cost me $11,000 to put down at that time. He put another $11,000. So we both put about $22,000 down to close on that deal. When I saw that 4 units, I told my friend, Vernon, I said, look, as a city planner, I have gone to the city of Culver City. This is a small city inside city of Los Angeles. And I said, this is a small city, very expensive, because it's mostly people that live there are people that work in the movie industries. So the cost of living is very high there. Rents are very high. But unfortunately, this particular street is set up for redevelopment. So the Community Redevelopment Agency of that city created an incentive to bring that place up. When I went there to research what the city planned for that area, and I saw it, I said, wow, it's targeted for redevelopment. This is a great opportunity. So I explained to him, because he's a banker, he doesn't know anything about planning. That place, you couldn't believe it. It's in the middle of the most expensive area of that city. And when we got it, within 3 months, when the city announced all the incentives programs for that area alone, that building went up by 50%. I mean, by $50,000 within 3 months. And I said, wow. And that was just the beginning. And then they decided to give us money to do some renovation, paint, do whatever you want in that building. And all you need to do is set 2 units aside for people of low income, which we did. He took 1 unit, I took 1 unit. The 2 units downstairs we rented out. And then they were paying the mortgage. You see now? All these things are what I envision in my mind. Because when I first bought my first house, I read every pages of that mortgage contract. And when I saw that you buy a house for $150,000, by the time you finish paying it, you are paying over $400,000. And I said, wow, this is a ripoff. Since that time, I set my mind that I would never pay mortgage. I will let other people pay it. And that's what I did. And that gives me opportunity to buy another 6 units. You see how determination and understanding, because you have to understand your own life. You have to be able to see things within you based on any information that you are opportune to see or understand in your environment. And I look and I say, wow, I'm able to achieve this. But it's based on the fact that I was able to think and I was able to come up with, or when I see an opportunity, I can guess and I can grab it. So these are the things I am teaching my children to understand. But you know, children of nowadays, they They have their own mind. But little by little, I think is going into their subconscious mind, because now they are calling me back. Hey, Dad, you know what? I want to invest in real estate. What do? I said, save your money first. Make sure your credit is good, because those are all the basic things they will had ask you. And I told them, I said, you know what? You can always go within yourself. Just think and create in your mind. Just visualize what you want. It works. I don't know if any of you is aware of the principle of visualization. It's perfect way of approaching life. You visualize what you want, dismiss it, work on it. It's not that you visualize and think it's just going to come to your destiny. You have to work towards it. And it works for me. So I'm able to share it with you now. Today now, I'm a retired man. I take good care of myself. I eat very well. I don't eat junk. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do all kind of all this processed food. I eat naturally from soil to the pot. And today I still thank God that I'm healthy, 72-year-old man, retired, comfortable, and content. I don't look at the Joneses. I don't try to keep up with anybody. I don't try to compete with anybody. I just do what makes me happy. So, like in my own philosophy, I believe your happiness is not outside of you, it's inside of you. And you have to be very realistic with yourself in your approach to anything you do. Just be sincere to yourself. Don't deceive, and don't, because a lot of people just assume things. Okay, this thing will fall in place. No. You have to understand what you are going into, because when you understand something, that is when you can get creative with it. Just like I learned the system, that this is how things are, I was able to create and achieve what I want. That's just life. It's simple. Believe in yourself. And of course, always do good to other people, because whatever you do, if you do negative things, you attract negative things. If you do positive things will come your way. There's nothing better than that in life, regardless of any religion that you belong to, Christian, Muslim, whatever. It is what you do that comes back to you. So thank you very much. I hope you can learn from my story. And I hope things work out for you. Thank you very much.
Wow. It's amazing.
Very
It's amazing. Okay, let's hear from the 001 Mind Surgery Revolution.
I want to thank you.
Signing today's.
He and I, what we want is your generation to learn our wisdom. And I want to thank you, sir, for being very candid, very clear, very concise, passing wisdom. And again, like you, what we are hoping is that those who are not baby boomers, and it still can include baby boomers, those who are 60 and above, understand, again, when we talk about laws of attraction, when we talk about frequency, when we talk about visualization, these are things my generation, we could not envision, the internet, and the power of Googling. These are terminologies, instead of you just having your phone for entertainment, that you should Google the definition to better understand. I want to thank my brother. Thank you so much, because there certainly is power in visualization. And again, we know work has to be done. Thank you so much, sir.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
very private parts of your life and passing wisdom to this new generation of clusterians. And thank you for being a part of now the global cluster, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amazing, amazing. That is the voice of the 001 Mind Surgery Revolution of the global clusters. I want our mommy, Pastor Mrs. Comfort, Roosevelt School. What's your take on this morning Mind Surgery Revolution and on the story we have had? In 1 minute, ma'am. Roosevelt School. That is 001, like Gelu cluster of the global clusters. Unmute yourself, ma'am. Admin sent a request to her to unmute. You are muted. You need to unmute to speak. All right. Go ahead.
Go
Okay,
ahead,
can you?
ma'am.
We can hear you.
Yes,
Go ahead.
yes, it's okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. This is my first time of attending this meeting. I have learned a very beautiful mindset, how to build a mindset. I've been existing for over 60 years, but the experience I had, that the Papa's experience has opened my eyes, and it has made me to be another person. I'm going to present my home very soon. You will also hear from me what my experience about. But this one is amazing. I thank you for having this global cluster. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am. All right. I won't have that. Let us have the 001 naps of the global clusters in Oyo State. That is Dr. Miriam. Dr. Miriam. Dr. Mary Odedari. Please, what's your take on the mind surgery this morning? Unmute yourself, ma'am. You were muted earlier. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Excellent morning
ma'am.
to you, ma'am.
Are
Go
you
ahead,
hearing
ma'am.
me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we
Yes,
can
ma'am.
hear you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Good morning to everyone in the house.
Yes,
Our daddy that just spoke, the mommy that spoke earlier, ambassadors, and every other custodian. And even to my chief Mrs. Comfort, Roosevelt. Good morning over there. This is my first time of attending this. And in fact, this is wow. Wow. Mind blowing. My prayer is that God will help those of us that are just coming up to take after all that you are giving unto us. I love this so much. I love it. I love you. And I love creating this platform. Thank you once again. God bless you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you for that contribution. All right, let's have Cluster Oluwaseyi Odushagun. What's your take on today's mind surgery?
Yes, thank you so very much, sir. I greet you, Sir Nobly. I greet the 001 Man Surgery. I greet our daddy also. I greet all the great custodians on the call. Because of our times, permit me to stand on the listing to scroll. Yes, sir. Thank you so very much, sir, for daddy, for the mind surgery you're giving us today, especially with the youth, telling us to not to spend anyhow and not to follow after the bandwagon. Most of the time with the youth, we are sometimes tempted to do that. And we are happy that we are here on the phone now. I can see a lot of youth here. We are learning and we are so grateful for everything you have given us. And I'm very sure we'll put it to heart to be diligent, to visualize, believe in ourselves.
All right.
And I can do the best.
Thank you very
much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Let's hear from Dr. Diolu Sobanjo. Please mute yourself. Admin, mute people that are not. You understand? Because the discussion is coming in. Dr. Diolu Sobanjo, what's your take on this, my friend?
Hello, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Is Dr. Diolu there?
Good morning,
Excellent
sir.
morning. Please give us your take based on what we have had on the mind surgery today.
It's beautiful, and I see it as a high opener, and the great opportunity to pick from those who have gone ahead. It's excellent. It's excellent. I think it's excellent. And like I said, it's an opportunity for everyone, because knowledge, no one is an island of knowledge, and we can pick the level of knowledge that everybody has. We pick from those who have gone ahead most of the time. The best way to grow, the best way to go, if you will not embark on the personal research, is to learn from those who have gone ahead. And so it's a beautiful opportunity for me, although I was unable to listen to him from the beginning, but at least I had substantial part of that wonderful delivery. So I love it. It's excellent. Kudos to you, sir, my ambassador. God bless you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Adiolu. He's the owner of Group of Schools in Nigeria here too. And he heads some tertiary institutions on continual education. Having said that, let's hear from Ambassador Abosedeko. What's your take in 1 minute, please, on today's mind surgery?
All right, thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Our daddy that spoke to us, we appreciate you. Thank you, Mommy Michelle. Thank you, everyone. With what I heard today, my mind was really widely opened. I thank God for daddy's achievement. I just pray I will achieve that too. So it's just clear that your mind must be positioned towards achievements. And you have to plan it, you have to determine, you have to be determined, and you have to work towards it and give it all resources it takes, everything it takes. And then I also learned from what he told us this morning that we should not be afraid of the unknown. We should not be afraid of challenges. And whenever we've made up our mind to achieve something, we should look for all means to make sure that is achieved positively. And in the course of trying to achieve that, using our knowledge and God's given ability, definitely doors will open. Look at how he rose from the little beginning to a very big and large and a solid ending. And I pray God will continue to keep him. I'm inspired this morning, sir. Thank you so much. And I think I'm thinking already on what to do again. I'm thinking on how to plan it, and I'm thinking on how to achieve it. It has really opened my eyes. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Thank you, Ambassador.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much. Let's hear from the 001 GQL cluster of the Global Clusters, Princess Amina. What's your take on today's mind surgery, ma'am?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, our global president. Thank you for this opportunity. My take on the what our Papa has said is amazing. It's very amazing, just like everyone is saying, is amazing. You know, it was well taught, well planned. Just like the last speaker said, I mean, he has really taught us the power of thinking, the power of visualizing, you know, and he has taught us the power of focus. Whatever you want, you need to focus, you need to have to prepare it in your mind. Think about it very well and go for it. You know, it can never come just like that. You have to plan it, you have to follow it up diligently, you have to work it, the workability of whatever you want. That is what I see there. Because if you just visualize it and just sit and say, okay, it will drop, it will never drop. But with that planning, with that vision, with that arrangement in your mind that this thing, I want it and I'm going to follow it up and I'm going to get it, you know, and with that thinking and that arrangement in your mind, you follow it up, you follow it financially, you follow it spiritually, you follow it socially, you follow it up even in your mind, and at the end of the day you will succeed. That is what I have learned from today's mind surgery. It's a good mindset, and I have learned more this morning. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Let's hear from clustering. By the way, the GQL cluster is a place that everyone should donate because we are eradicating poverty in the land. And with the token of just $5, you can put smile on someone's face. And we're converting all of this money together to give to those that are less privileged. We have more than 80% that are struggling financially in the Federal Republic of Nigeria alone, and we need to do something about it. So, having said that, let's hear from Cluster Taiwo Adeboye. What's your take on today's mind surgery revolution, please? Taiwo Adeboye. Is she available? Okay, if she's not available, let's hear from the 002 Pharmacokinetics cluster of the global clusters, Cluster and Akpegon. Please, what's your take on today's mind surgery?
Good morning, sir, Your Excellency, and the First Lady, Cluster Oluwaseyi, Ambassador Abosede. Good morning to everyone, and our Papa that just spoken. Good morning, sir. I really gain a lot from the lecture Papa gave towards mind surgery. By setting up a mind, I think it goes along with determination. Okay, for one to be an achiever, you should be able to set up your mind towards a goal and be determined that, okay, I want to achieve this. By doing that, and you set up your goal towards determination, there is no how you will not achieve your purpose. But through, and it's also through accurate information that you gather the right or real information that will be your guide towards your direction, and it will make you to become an achiever in future, so that one will not regret taking a step. Thank you so much, sir. I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for that. Our time is fast spent, but let's hear from Clusterian Farex. Then we'll close from there. Clusterian Farex, what's your take on today's mind surgery revolution? Farex.
Yeah, I think he's busy. He posted it on the chat, but it's in his school.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He's not available. All right. Let's hear from
yes, but so sorry. Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah. I'm so sorry, boss.
Okay, the network is not good. Let's hear from Clusterian Kayode Oyedotun, Master Genie. Master Genie, please speak to us. Farex network is not good.
just left.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, please. Fares network is not good.
Excellent morning to everybody in the house today. I greet you all.
Yes.
If you are a clusterian or a non-clusterian, you are welcome. I greet our global president, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus, our First Lady, Chief Mrs. Motunrayo Badmus. I greet our ambassador daddies, our daddies, our mommies, uncles, everybody. I greet now. Today is about mind surgery. Did anybody listen to our own one? Did you take notes? Did anybody listen to our guest speaker? Did you take notes? I don't have much to say, but my little take is this. Can you snap a picture and remove your head? If you remove your head from a picture, does the picture have a definition? No. So this is about mind surgery. The picture you take from your head to toe, it defines you, who you are, what you can do.
Wow.
Our guest speaker also said,
I think we're having
hello,
some
are you there?
network. I think we're having network issues, sir.
I think he's having network glitch right now. That is the voice of Master Genie, the Clusterian that has been doing a lot of great work in the certificate revolution of the global clusters. Master Genie, are you there? Oh, we lost him. I haven't said that our time is fast spent. Normally, we should finish around 10 a.m. But you know, the story today was really intriguing. It's amazing, and it's something that is my surgery for me. He has shared this story with me several times, and it's one of the things that have formed who I am today. Funny enough, I don't really hang with a lot of my mates. I hang with my fathers. So, I hang with my fathers, and you always see me with them. You know, I have with my mothers and fathers, so they are my friends. So, and this is what I learned, and I believe as a global president, all clusterian needs to learn from here. Next week, we'll host Pastor Mrs. Comfort, the Roosevelt School. We'll be hosting you, man. So you will be sharing yours next week. Then upper week, we'll host Dr. Mary Odedari. So we'll do it like that. We'll host our people, and you can learn from these people. I have seen Roosevelt School, and that is Pastor Mrs. Comfort physically. I saw what she has done, and when she told me through our school, it was mind surgery for me, just to let you know. And I think a lot of Clusterians and non-Clusterians watching us on YouTube should learn from this, and people that are going to learn in the future. Having said that, I'm happy to hear some silent voice today, you know, Dr. Adiolu, my personal person, my friend, you know, and we need to see Dr. Adiolu. So, and I appreciate every Clusterian. I see Clusterian Luashim Ancestor. Thank you for coming on board. I can see Jonathan Oti. Thank you for coming on board. I can see Pisha Yobaoku. Pibaoku. Thanks you. Thank you for coming on board. And I want to appreciate Ship Latif Sholebo. You understand? You can see when he opened his camera, you can never believe that this man is 72 years old. It's like you're like, is this really true that he is actually 72 years old? And he equally taught us how to live. He was talking about, I eat from the farm to the pot. You understand? He mentioned those things. But a lot of you need to go and watch this YouTube. I've posted the YouTube video. You need to share this. The review is coming out. So all of those details, review department, 001 review, make sure that you capture every detail. It's very important. And the video of the review should come out, and so that we can teach every of our community, all 001s from state level up to local government level, up to ward level, up to street level, up to house level, should make sure their members listen to this. It's very, very important. It will be mind surgery for them, and it will make them to appropriate themselves well and to position themselves well to life. I want to appreciate our guest speaker. We're together until almost 10:30 p.m. yesterday. And I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you for coming on board to share from your wealth of experience. You have actually liberated soul. You have done deliverance for a lot of us today. You have done mind deliverance. You know, when we come to mind surgery, we believe we are in the theater, you know, of the mind. And you are our mind surgeon today. You have operated on our mind. And we really appreciate those operations. You can see all our mummies here, they are all saying that, oh, you have operated on their mind, and even me and our young people here. And this is not all of us. We are more than 1,000, but a lot of people are busy all over, and the time difference, you know, again, you know. So, and that is why it's on YouTube, you know, on the Global Clusters, and people will be able to rewatch, and the review will come out both on voice, both on video, and both in the write-up. So the review will be shared across to everybody in the world so that they can learn from your wealth of experience. Having said that, I want to appreciate everyone for coming by today, and I want to thank everyone for coming by. So who are we? We are a consortium of professionals or upcoming professionals, technocrats or upcoming technocrats, entrepreneurs or upcoming entrepreneurs, where we share accurate knowledge of our industry. Why? Because it gives us the right power. Accurate information, because that is the bridge between where we are and where we ought to be. Accurate connection, because to whom we are connected to determines what we collect. We are not just a social media platform with a marketplace, with instant monetization, with all the language of the world, including Yoruba, Igbo, and Hausa. A platform where you can make video calls, you can make voice calls, you can make video conferencing, you can make voice conference, you can create your own cluster, personal cluster, you can impact your world through our platform. We are not just the first ever social media that promotes morals and humanity. We are a nation building platform. And that is why we are on Play Store. And to be part of this global community, you need a one-time lifetime, $21 or 30,000 naira, you know, as a clusterian, and a one-time lifetime for a vendor, $35 or 50,000 naira to be part of the community. And you will be in for limitless possibilities and opportunities. We have great initiatives. You know, we have initiatives like the ARE. We want to create agri-land in all the states, in all the communities in Africa, where they will be able to like feed the people locally, and they'll be able to like use agri to bring forex to the nation. You understand? We've started already, and we have initiatives like cow to currency, where every state will have their own ranch, and they'll be able to do produce their own meat. We have initiatives like the GQL, where we want to use it to remove all poverty from the land, a crowdfunding concept, so that's to help the less privileged, to give grants. When we all donate like 60,000 naira, we put it together on a monthly basis and we give it back to those that are less privileged in our means. And I want everyone to be part of this. You know, we've sent a video to the platform, and it's in our shop already, marketplace, where you can just do your donation anywhere you are. You can do 10 donations, you can help people. And we have all the greater initiative like the pharmacokinetics, like the numerology and astrology training, like so many other things that we have in the global clusters. The global cluster is the place where you have limitless possibilities. We have scholarship program from the certificate program from London Tea Career Institute, where you pay nothing as tuition and you just get your certificate, and we connect you to a mentor. Like I've told Daddy now, Daddy is ready to mentor people remotely, and you know, to just give them advice. And you know, he has retired and he's ready to, but he's not tired. But he's ready to make sure that he pass on information. And you can see the sacrifice that he has done today to make sure that he educated us. So thank you very much for coming by. I want to say, camera open. Let's have a screen grab of everyone in the meeting today, and we can do a screenshot. You know, everyone can open their camera, and at Cluster and Shade, do a screen grab and let's post in the community, and we post on all our social media platform. Camera open to everyone. Camera open. We tomorrow, this evening, we are having a talk about survival strategies in the new normal, and it will be happening from 5. Normally you spend like 2 to 3 hours. We want you to learn how to survive in this new normal. You understand? That is an integral part of the platform. New normal started 5 years ago when we all see COVID. It was new to all of us. Cashless policy was the new normal. Change of currency was the new normal. And, you know, so many new normals. First subsidy removal was the new normal. How do we survive? So we're going to learn today in survival strategy in the new normal. And tomorrow will be humanity revolution between 5 to 6 p.m. Don't miss it. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you. Have a fruitful day. Bye for now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.